I started with BP in 2001, in May of 2001, and from that point, I started out as a technician, a Tech 3, and from then I learned the system. I learned and I understood how the safety systems work, how the processes work, BP's way of operating, and I eventually worked my way up to a technician 2, which was a big step for me because it was another world coming out here offshore. So I continued to assert myself, and I knew I wanted to do something other than just operating. So I eventually was able to work my way into the control room, and I was a control room operator for BP for nearly 2 years. And I was also heavily involved into the environmental side of what BP did as an environmental champion on a facility that I was working on. And then, but I knew that I wanted to go even further with the company. So this opportunity came here, which is I am currently in, which is an asset coach role, which it focuses on implementation of common processes. Well, what led me to a career offshore is kind of interesting. I was actually at a technical college in Mississippi called Pearl River Community College, and I was a few weeks from graduating, and just so happened some recruiters from BP was passing through the town, and they decided to stop at a restaurant, and at that same restaurant was my instructor, and they actually met each other and started talking, and gained a little interest in about what we do or what we teach our students, and then our instructor actually invited them to the school, and when they came and did a presentation about offshore and the different opportunities that may be available, and I had totally had interest in it right away, and ended up actually interviewing with them, with the recruiters, and going through the hiring process, and here I am. Out here with BP, we are really leading the industry with technology. Just take, for instance, 5 years ago, there was a big challenge to drill a well in 3,000 feet of water, and here we are sitting in 7,000 feet of water drilling wells like it's nothing. So the technology has definitely improved. We're really pushing the limits on the technology part, and really there's a big opportunities for people coming out in the technology field. On the subsea floor of the ocean, we have equipment down there that basically pulls up the oil and the gas, and it pipes it from the floor of the ocean up to the facility that we're on now, and those are very high-tech pieces of equipment with a lot of electronics and valves and piping, things that we use to communicate with, to ensure that we safely and efficiently get our hydrocarbons up to the facility to be processed. The growth opportunities for anyone working, especially for BP, is just untapped. If it's basically, if you want it, it's there. If the opportunities are there, you just have to go out and get it. And the way that the company is set up is that they allow you to basically create your own map of where you want to be, and they work with you on that through the personal development program. So it's all about what you want, and if you really want it, the management and the leadership is willing to work with you to get you where you want to go. There are many misconceptions about working offshore. For one, a lot of people think that it's a very dirty job, but the field that we work in is really there's not a whole lot of hard manual labor as you may think. There's a lot more technology offshore than what people would think. That's another misconception. Also, we have clean air. Of course, we get dirty. I mean, we get sweaty sometimes because there is there is heat. There's a lot of stairs to climb. But overall, it's a very cush job. You have to just take the good with the bad, but the good definitely outweighs the bad. What I like most about working offshore is definitely the family atmosphere out here. It's amazing. You live pretty much half the year out here with the people that are out here, and they become your family, and they know your wife or your spouse, and you know their spouse, and there are several occasions where if it's someone's birthday, the chef in the kitchen will bake a cake. We always sing the birthday song when we know it's their birthday. So we take it pretty personal when we're talking about family life and making sure that we acknowledge each other like a family would. And also, I can't go without saying the food. The food is great out here. We have chefs that really take pride in what they do, and as you can see, it really shows. My 14 days off has really been great. I've had opportunities to travel with my wife, with my kids. I've had opportunities to really focus on projects at home, home improvement projects, landscaping projects, and not really have to worry about time, and just focus on them and do them the right way. Had opportunities to do things that I normally would have had to pay other contractors or other businesses to do. So it's been really helpful. So my commute is very minimal when you compare it to some other people. Just say I work with a lot of people that work out of the Houston office that may spend 2 hours per day on the road, and I spend a maximum of 4 hours per month in commuting, because it's a 2-hour trip one way and 2 hours back. So when you compare that to the daily commute, the daily grind of working in an office is really outweighs it tremendously. You look at it, it's really more opportunity. The opportunities outweigh the sacrifice. And the other thing is to not be afraid to try something new, because it's new, it's different, but it can very well be the thing that you're looking for. Unless you try it, you'll never know it.